Hello everyone and welcome to Mission 2 for the MAD campaign for the Apache and DCS world. This was a bit of a non-mission, unfortunately. It is essentially just a training check ride, I believe set before the first mission. Really not much in the way of the briefing, so I will just jump into the mission. We'll see how it goes. This isn't going to be a particularly long episode.
Okay, Khalid, just to clarify, waypoint 2 is your home, and you must fly at 200 feet and wave to your son.
That's right, Salak. Adam dreams to be a pilot like his papa. He wants to see what I am flying now.
That's great, my friend. Our job is the best out there.
2, right echelon. Interval of 300 feet, please.
Roger, 2. 2, hold the position on the right.
Sazawar, Sabre 3-1, ready to proceed.
Operation route, Sabre 3-1. Expect instructions.
2, is your family expecting us for dinner?
They are at the window, Riley. Waypoint 2, altitude 200 feet.
Is that the round building at the construction company?
Yes, some floors are private property, inheritance from my late father.
What's your son's name, Captain?
Adam, sir. He is 8 and already dreaming to be a combat pilot.
Does he realize the pit of hell that dream might lead to?
If he ever pilots an Apache, I feel sorry for his right eye. Mine has been living on its own for over a year now.
Flying Officer Obaid, as soon as you're able to read 2 books at once, I promise to consider moving you to the rear seat.
Promise to think, mean nicer.
Give Papa a wave, Adam.
3, passing waypoint 2 at 400.
You see him, Khalid?
Not quite. The important thing is that my son sees us at the time and in the place agreed.
Two, can you repeat our flight plan?
Whatever happens, I am to be by your wing, 3-1.
Correct, Captain. Your task is just to keep flying in formation. 2, waypoint 3 approaching for landing at FAB. I'll go first, hold position for 30 seconds, then you're up. 2, break formation, orbit over the FAB. There's no controller, so we'll land under your instruction.
Breaking up. I keep the orbit.
Sabre 3-1, taking off, entering orbit. 2, commence landing, remain in place for 30 seconds.
So we just take it in turns here to land at a small FAB, nothing really too challenging.
2, landing. Stay in place for 30 seconds.
Ground services connected. Lieutenant Technician signal here.
All is well, Lieutenant. All systems perform normally.
Great. Have a nice evening, gentlemen. Ground is disconnected.
Taking off.
And it's just a case of picking up once again, trying not to hit any of the ground crew, and then finding where my flight leader's gone to, and then I just catch up, form back up on his wing, and we continue what is a very, very long flight.
Heading for waypoint 4 at 120 knots and 500 feet. Chaps, as you know, we will be part of the maritime operation attachments group. So after my posting in Oman, I prepared a helicopter ship qualification.
Times like this, I am happy I am the co-pilot.
Don't you worry, Obaid. The entire CPG will definitely pass the takeoff and landing qualification.
Good news, sir. I hope I will make it.
Takeoff and landing and time startups. You'll be sharpening your skills in both day and night operations as well as IFR. Just the most thrilling things for you lot.
Thanks, Raleigh. That's awful nice of you.
Rotor RPM low. Rotor RPM low.
2. Watch out for the antenna and the comms tower ahead.
Observing.
Cesar, Sabre 3-1, waypoint 4.
Passing waypoint 4 at 600. 3, on station at Bull 226 for 140 at 600. Stand by, Sabre 3-1.
So there is quite a lot in this campaign of the voices being overwritten by the default in-game communication, which is really unfortunate. Means that very much I had to go through the logs to actually find out what people were actually saying, so I couldn't hear it over the waypoint blurbs.
You guys, now you have an amphibious ship, a lead helicopter carrier.
Following Starship's orders, our task is to reach the indicated sector as soon as possible, so hold formation. We'll be flying at maximum speed.
Roger that, 2.
And here this just seems to be voice lines that are given in the wrong order. We are given the confirmation of the orders that we're given before we get given the orders, but they do eventually come.
Sabre 3-1.
Move under Starship's command. Your task is CAS and ResCap. Report RTB.
2, Starship is set.
Starship, Sabre 3-1 at checkpoint Tango, ready to commence operations.
Contact advice ready. Got the coordinates for checkpoint Delta.
Waiting for coordinates.
Delta. ID. Waypoint. 3. Delta. Echo. Luna. Grid. 40 Romeo. Bravo November. 0302. 40 Niner. 40 Romeo. Bravo November. 0302. 40 Niner.
So I just chuck in those coordinates into the computer. It is very quick to do this on the Apache, which is really quite nice, and means that I can do it while still flying and more or less in time with the guy speaking.
Coordinates received.
Sabre 3-1. Flight heading 306. Distance 20 miles. At max speed. Altitude below 500 feet. Do you copy? 3. Pushing from waypoint 4 at 500.
Remain below 500 feet. Come on, 2, speed up. Get a move on. Descend to minimum altitude.
What the hell plane is doing? Why is flying so low? The allowed altitude is up to 500.
That's his skill, Salak. If it wasn't for his skill, he would not have survived in Iraq or Afghanistan. That's like a nice knockout punch. It will release strength and precision without enough training.
We are going too fast. That's very unsafe.
Salak, the Almighty himself is leading us, plus some of my humble experience.
This is back online. Taking over. Proceed.
Starship. Saber 3-1 to Branzett.
Branzett here. Prepare to receive coordinates of checkpoint Alpha. The enemy's raiding force has taken over the central platform. Don't get any closer than 4 kilometers to target. Form a circle and provide us some support.
Awaiting coordinates.
Captured platform Alpha. ID, Whiskey Papa. 3, Alpha Lima Foxtrot. 39 Romeo, Yankee Hotel. 7714 4876. 39 Romeo, Yankee Hotel. 7714 4876.
Coordinates received. Two, stay in formation.
Two, I'm following your ring, brother.
And after a very long flight over the sea, we do eventually reach the oil rig that we're supposed to be assisting the recapture of.
Saber, we have insight on position. Starting attack. Let's move.
On station and ready to support as required.
There I was, after about an hour of flying, all ready for this mission to actually start and kick off. So I have weapons armed, I've turned on my night vision goggles because it gets a bit dark at this point, and looking around, really expecting something to crop up. Maybe expecting some fast-moving boats to be approaching, something interesting to happen, but there's literally nothing. You fly around the oil rig a couple times, and then the ground team report that they have accomplished their mission.
Saber 3-1, group is on the main deck. Enemy identified and neutralized. Thank you for your support.
Well done, Branzett.
Saber 3-1, RTB, contact Sazawar Command.
Copy RTB, transferring to Sazawar Command. RTB via direct course. Assume safe altitude of 1,000 feet. You may switch to NVGs.
That's it, Khalid. I'm taking off my normal code. That's too much for my head.
Two, Roger, taking 1,000.
So then it's just a very, very long flight back over the water, back to where we started.
Nice place, this one. How do you find it, my friend?
Perfect place for the evening prayer.
that thing that happened to you during the qualification?
Oh, that's sad. I just got overheated. I bundled it on the last stage. During landing, I got drifted. I tried to stabilize the helicopter and revved the RPMs too much. The right engine failed, and I just dropped to the parking space and was spinning around like some ballerina.
Why didn't the commanders give you a second chance?
I decided not to argue, Khalid. Got all upset. During the investigation, I agreed with the commission, so they offered me the co-pilot's seat.
But you turned out to be an excellent gunslinger.
You'd rather thank Apache for that.
And that was the mission. We end up coming back, I end up landing. It turns out I landed in the wrong area, and I was supposed to wait for my flight lead, even though he sent me off on my own. He took a lot longer to get back, so I ended up taking off, finding him again, landing again. And so yeah, that was the mission, and yeah, I'm not very impressed with that mission. I guess it's kind of fine as a check flight to make sure you know how to do everything, but pretty much everything that you had to do in this mission, you had to do in the first mission. So if you completed the first mission, then you can do this mission. The only extra thing that this adds is the night vision goggles. Otherwise, precision landing, hovering, waypoint navigation, that was all covered in the first mission, and then some more. This one just really doesn't fit anything. It also doesn't really seem to advance the plot at all, so it's a bit of a flashback mission for no apparent purpose. I get the feeling this might have originally been the first mission of the campaign. They decided to put in the other one to spice up the start. But I think this one really should have just been cut. I don't see why this mission is in the campaign, other than maybe introducing that the player character has a kid for plot purposes later, but that could have been done in a throwaway line, not on an hour-and-a-half mission. So yeah, not the very best impressed with this one. Hopefully things will start getting more interesting going forward, and I hope you do stick around for that. Until then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.